Hello again, everybody. This is Sachin Mahajan, and I'm going to walk you through my final project with Flatiron School. For this project, I've built a randomizing app that builds a lot of different random generators. I was inspired by, in my previous job, I used to work as a STEM instructor, and over the summers, we would do a lot of Star Wars themed camps. And one of the favorite things for my students and myself during those long summers was using these Star Wars generators and other random generators that we would use throughout the week. So I decided to make something like that inspired by some of my former students. And for this demonstration, I will show you the front end of the application, which you're seeing the homepage of right now, and we'll walk through some of those randomizers. Let me tell you a little bit about this project. We had to build a front end application using Reactjs with Redux to manage our state. And that's what you see here. We also had to build an API to handle all of our data, and I built that using Ruby on Rails. That you won't see here, but that's where all of this data is coming from, and that's where some of the data can be saved as well. So let me show you a couple things on this application. You can see that we have a bunch of different randomizers. There's a superheroes, Star Wars, and a couple of fun ones. So let me go through these two. So here's our superheroes one, and so the user can hit any of these buttons, and it will create a random superhero, like the Cyborg. Metamorpho 1 has the power of omnilingualism. Oh, that's a good one. And you can change different versions of it. You can change just the prefix, or just that name in the middle, just the suffix, or even just the power. Somewhat similarly, on the Star Wars page, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, certain characters can take an adventure. And so we have Grand Moff Tarkin and BB-9E explored Camino in TIE Bomber. So that was my Star Wars themed one. Here's my favorite part of this project. I use something called Hipster Ipsum. If you're not familiar with like Ipsum languages, it's something that goes back into, I believe, the older days of computer programming, where we use something called Lorem Ipsum, which is a kind of a fake Latin. Well, this is a hipster version of that, and I think you'll get the sense of it when I generate here one. Ready-made Venmo sustainable hashtag Trifunt. So it's just a bunch of random sentences, but I find them quite funny, actually, most of the time. This other one is a random phrase that you might say if you were a smart dev. I got a kick out of this as well. If we transmit the card, we can get to the RAM circuit through the online RAM driver. So I can't say that I always know what any of these mean. Sometimes I do, but it's still kind of fun to kind of see how those work. So those are all of the generators that I built for this project. I also had to build a feedback form, and here a user could submit some feedback. If they like the site. It's still kind of in the test phase, but it is working. It is submitting, and we can actually see all the feedback copied here. So let's just do a quick test here. I'll just type that. I'll submit it. It actually redirects you back to the home page, but if we go back to feedback, you'll see that that last one was Mr. Test, and I said this is fun. So that's actually submitting here, and it also gets saved to my database on the Rails side of the application. So this was my final project. I had a lot of fun with it. I really, really enjoyed my time with Flatiron School and this online program. I've learned so much. I've come a long way. I feel great about it, and I'm looking forward to continuing to code. If you'd like to see more about this project, you can also see the code on my GitHub page. And I will drop a link to that at the bottom of this video. So thanks again for watching, and I'm looking forward to the next time. See you then. Until then, happy coding.